Hello there, welcome to Hacking Self Storage. It is Friday morning, and what we do on Fridays is it's something for you to think about over the weekend. So, as you know, I'm a voracious reader. Hopefully, by the way, the audio is working this time, and we are golden. Yeah, I'm a voracious reader. I love to read marketing books, sales books, persuasion books. I've been teaching my kid today, by the way. But the most important thing one of the most important skills to learn is the art of persuasion. And so he didn't want to go swimming tonight. And so I said, listen, and my other son's poorly, so we can't go anywhere. So I said, listen, you can't just say, I don't want to go swimming, and it's all about you. You have to make it about me. You have to make it about the other person. What is in it for the other person? And so I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to brush my teeth, mate. I'm going to come back down and think about it. So if you want to persuade me to do something for you, you've got to make it worth my while. Why would I want to do it? So put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to make it sound good for that person. It's a beneficial outcome for that other person, because otherwise most people are only bothered about themselves. So what can you do for me? So I'm gonna go upstairs now, and what I want you to do is when I come back downstairs, tell me why you don't want to go swimming. So make it good for me. Make it so I can relate, so I don't want to take you swimming. And so I came back downstairs and he goes, Dad, I've been thinking, and he's only 8 years old, I don't want to go swimming tonight because I don't think we should go swimming tonight because I know it'll be stressful for you to get us all in the car, to go take us all the way to Hornsey and then take us back again. And we've got to get dry. Kai's not very well. And do you know what we could do? We could play in the back garden instead and play football. And I loved it. And he said, then you don't have to get stressed. I was like, stressed? I don't get stressed. And you don't have to get stressed and you don't have to go all the way and pack the bags, unpack the bags, and then do the washing. And so I just think it's better. And I was like, oh, yes, I'm there, buddy. Yes, he sold me. Anyway, so I love persuasion and I love all things groovy like that. And so a book I've been reading recently is all about marketing, sales, etc. And this is American, by the way, so it's an American book, but it still represents value for us as UK citizens. Do you know what? I get so many US listeners as well. But here we go. So this is all about the follow-up and why the follow-up is so good. And I'm certainly going to look into this study a little bit more because maybe we aren't following up enough based on this. And are you following up enough? That is the question. Are you following up? And you have to be following up. I don't think there's any data out there now that suggests that you shouldn't follow up. I know me and Gavin Shields, we disagree on this, but all the data I can find, and I just look at my point of view, I try to look at everybody's point of view, all the data I can find is that the fortune is in the follow-up. The follow-up is key, and this book is really highlighting that. So 48% of companies in the US don't follow up one time. So don't even follow up, but don't follow up at all. 25% of companies don't follow up a second time. Only 12% of companies make 3 follow-ups, 3 points of contact. Now get this, why is it so important? 2% of all sales are made on first contact. So only 2% of sales in America, based on this study, are made on first contact. That means 98% of all sales are made on the follow-up. Now, this is the one that blew my socks off. Hold my hands up. I don't know what industry this is for. And he hasn't said what industry it's for. I don't think this is the case for self-storage. I'm pretty certain it's not the same for self-storage. However, you get a little glimpse into other industries. And just because it's not exactly like for like, it doesn't mean it can't be used in our industry as well. 80% of all customer acquisitions are made between the 5th and 12th contact. That is bananas. Again, like I said, I don't know. It could be retail. It could be, it can't be retail. It could be buying houses. I don't real estate. I don't know what it is. But 80% of all customer acquisitions are made between the 5th and 12th contact. That's crazy. 64% of American companies admit they have no follow-up strategy at all. And he goes on to say, this is a holy grail. If you get good at this, the follow-up, then the world is your oyster. So he has a script that he's written out for all his companies, what to do on callback 1, callback 2, callback 3, callback 4. Do you know what to say on callback 1, callback 2, callback 3? Is there an agenda to go through? Is there a script? Is there a process to follow? Or is it just callback 2, callback 3, callback 4? And we just say, hi, just checking in. Have you a destination in mind you want to take that customer to and from in every part of the callback. Callback 2 is going to be different than callback 3. Callback 3 is going to be different than callback 4 if you have a callback 4, if you have a callback 3. So it's just, for me, I want you to take a minute of the weekend and just think, how can you improve? What can you do differently? Can you do callback 2s differently than you do callback 1s? What is the steps that we can put in place in these ones? And here's something that blew my mind. 5 minutes after the contact with your company, so 5 minutes after the customer connected with the company, first of all, if you get in touch with that company within 5 minutes, that customer within 5 minutes, by text, phone call, email, whatever it is, then that leads to a 500% improvement in customer acquisition. So if you contact the customer within 5 minutes of them touching you, whether it be asking for a quote or whatever it is, then you'll have a 500% more likely chance of the customer acquisition. That is absolutely bananas. Just to let you know why I believe in follow-up so much, me and Claire, would you believe it? My wife, she didn't like me, first of all. It took me 9 months. Actually, it was more than 9 months. I think it was 12 months. I met her in January and the first date was in December. Yeah. So it took us like 11 months to get a date, or yeah, 11 point something months. It is crazy. And I followed up. I got moody. I got arsey. I refused to talk to her because she didn't want to go on a date with me. We're just friends. But I kept going. I kept persisting. I tell you, I followed up more than 15 times, more than 12 times. I followed up shitloads. If I wouldn't have followed up, then guess what? I wouldn't have 2 awesome boys. So for me, the follow-up is massive. And to finish it all off, he said this one line. Remember, contacts are contracts. Oh, boom. Contacts. So every time you touch them, whether it be an email, a text, a phone call, whatever it may be, contacts are contracts. I love that. Food for thought, my friends. Keep learning, keep educating yourself, and we'll all keep improving. I love you. I appreciate you. And I am damn sure that we're going to look at our follow-up process because I think we can tweak it. I think we can get better. Do we have a manpower to do 10 follow-ups? Probably not yet. Do we need to? Probably not. Who knows? All right, my friends. But you know what? If we don't test, we don't know. So test, test, test. See you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.